Local support for News 6 has been provided by the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation, Bowling Green State University, and the members of WBGU-TV.
Hi! We're the 6th grade class of NRA Elementary, home of the DeLorean. Welcome to News 6!
Hi, I'm Brooke Heilshorn from North Richland-Adams Elementary School. Welcome to News 6. With today's first story, here's Jackie Wiesehan.
Today's first news story takes News 6 to visit M&M, the local ambulance company. Mark Bishop has the story.
Many think of candy when they hear M&M, but this M&M is a real lifesaver. How did you get started in the ambulance business?
Well, I first got started in the business because I was home alone a lot. My husband was gone, and we had 3 small children, and my oldest son had cut his head, and it wasn't that bad of a cut, but I didn't handle it very well, and I decided that I should at least know how to take care of my own children.
What happens when you receive a call?
When the call first comes into me, I try to establish what type of call it is, and the call comes into me on a mobile radio, and I take the initial call, and then I have 14 employees that work for me. So at that time I give them a call if we have a building that's located by the hospital, and at that time they report to that building where they get into the ambulance, and then they go to their destination.
What area do you cover?
Well, mainly we cover just around this area, the Defiance County area, but we do go wherever they call. We've already transported as far as Washington, D.C. We've had transfers to Virginia. Some of these patients really need a specialized hospital that's not in this area, and when that's the case, then we take them wherever they need to be.
What has been your most rewarding experience?
It's very rewarding to me when possibly even 5 or 6 years down the road, someone will come up to you and say, "Don't you remember me?" And your mind is like, "Gee, I don't. It's been a long time." But then it makes you feel wonderful when they say to you, "You helped make it easy for me."
Today's News 6 is produced by the 6th grade class of North Richland-Adams Elementary School. The school is located about 5 miles northeast of Defiance, which was incorporated in 1836 and has a population of about 17,000.
Recently, News 6 had the opportunity to visit Marsh House Berry Farm, where Marv and Judy grow and sell unique flowers. Sherry Baxter has the story.
Waiting for customers to come in and put that.
Now here's a story that will bring some color into your life. How many kinds of flowers do you have?
We grow well over 100 varieties of flowers for drying. Some of the flowers, such as the statice or artemisias, are grown for filler. The straw flowers and many of the bright colored flowers, the ladies like to come in and buy those to use as added touches of color to their baskets or their wreaths, whatever arrangements they are making.
How do you harvest your flowers?
All of the flowers for drying are harvested by hand. Sometimes we pick the whole stem, sometimes we pick just the head of the straw flowers, and they are bunched either right in the field using lots of rubber bands, or they are brought by the trailer load to the market, and then we wire them or put rubber bands on them, hang them on from the rafters in our market so that they can air dry.
What are your favorite kinds of flowers?
I just enjoy all colors and all varieties of flowers, and that's what really keeps Marv and I going, is the fact that we thoroughly do enjoy working with the flowers and seeing the delight in the customers' eyes when they know they have picked just the particular flower that will suit their needs.
Why do you grow unusual flowers?
we like to see the excitement in our customers when they say, well, what is that? And we like to be able to explain something new to them. We like to give them a bit of an education as to the fact that eucalyptus can be grown here, not only in California. And we just feel that we can provide something to this part of Ohio that is unique and different.
This week's Kids View question asks the 6th graders if they could be any age, what would it be and why? Here's what we found out.
Hi, this is Joel Martin reporting for News 6, and this is today's Kids View question. If you could be any age, what would it be and why? I'd like to be 15 years old so I could wrestle with my brother.
I would like to be 25 so I could be a pro baseball, basketball, and football player.
I wish I was 200 years old so I can be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Motor racing does not always stop at the racetrack. Eric Walker's story takes us into the mud pits with the mud bogging truck.
Most people dislike mud, but Rick Walker dives right in. What is mud bogging?
Mud bogging is where you get a bunch of people together with four-wheel drives, dune buggies, ATV, four-wheelers, and you run a 200-foot pit of mud that averages anywhere from 6 inches deep to 3 foot deep.
How did you get started?
So we bought a four-wheel drive about 3 years ago, and we went up to the Toledo Four-Wheel Drive Club on a poker run, and they were having an obstacle course in mud bog the following weekend, and we went to it and started running mud bogs and enjoyed it, so we decided to run more of them.
What makes these trucks different from others?
They got more powerful engines, they're faster, their tires are more aggressive and usually bigger, and their axles are stronger for the punishment through the mud bog.
Do you compete with others?
Yes, we compete all this part of Ohio and around Toledo. Then we compete around Warren, Ohio, around Lisbon, Pennsylvania. Usually there's 200 people there that we compete against. There's different classes for different competition. They range anywhere from 8 classes, depending on tire size, to 2 classes, and then your super modifieds and cut tires, paddle tires, and different tires makes a big difference too.
That's all for this week's show. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next week when Edgerton Middle School visits News 6.
Local support for News 6 has been provided by the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation, Bowling Green State University, and the members of WBGU-TV.